late stage, this is again connecting with your care team and connecting your main care providers to any other specialty care providers you have. Whether that's connecting your HD physicians to your assisted living facility, nursing facility, hospice agency, establishing spiritual, mental, and emotional supports for yourself and family members. And again, think of things that if you are choosing to relocate to assisted living facility or long-term care, any things that you might want to bring with you into your new home, photos, memories, anything to make the transition easier. I know that we definitely have some patients that find themselves really wanting to be at home for as long as they can, but the care needs are just too much for the family. They collectively make a decision to transition into a facility. And so I think finding ways to make that experience as personal as you can is very helpful. And then planning for end of life, considering questions like, how do I feel about palliative and hospice care? Do I want to live at home as long as possible, or does transitioning to a nursing home or a living facility make sense for our family? And again, like I've been saying, there's no one right answer to any of these questions. Every family is different. Every experience of HD is different. Every financial situation is different. So it makes it hard, like I said, to give a blanket answer about what planning for end of life or any of this looks like, but wanted to keep it vague so that hopefully we can touch on everything. Yes?
A lot of people didn't think about getting long-term care just because they're pretty young. And of course, once they have Huntington's, you really can't get it. A good friend of mine who's older needs to go to an assisted living facility, but the cost is just absolutely insane. And so are there options for people who, like $400 a night or some crazy number? How do people who haven't saved up for that, because they're spending money compared to all this time, where can it go? How does that work?
And that's the unfortunate reality, is that there is not a good answer. If you can't afford the assisted living, it just isn't an option. And so folks usually just look to care at home. Sometimes people get really creative. If they don't have the financial resources, some people have tremendous family support and they're bringing in family members, cousins and sisters, and everyone's rotating care shifts. But sometimes that's just not, again, the reality. And so my least favorite answer as a social worker is that I don't have a solution for you, and that's unfortunate.
Like state facilities or such and such that can help?
No, not unless, really the only way to pay for care in like a state facility is if you ended up on, again, that state-based Medicaid to pay for that. So every state is different, especially DC, Maryland, Virginia, I know the best. I know New Jersey's rules for like qualifying for, so for example, in Maryland to qualify for Medicaid, you have to prove that you've been living in Maryland for 5 years and meet the income requirements. In New Jersey, if you have your head in a bed, any New Jersey facility, a nursing facility, if your head is in a bed for 24 hours, you can be eligible, as long as you're meeting the financial criteria. So every state really differs in terms of what their Medicaid criteria are, but really that's the only way that I see people being able to fund anything. We try to get them to tap into as many supports as they can. So I'll just go through my priorities and important reminders, because I know I'm running over a bit. So asking yourself what matters to you when choosing placement, location to home and family, Medicare ratings, amenities, visitor policies, and once again, cost. And then my important reminders to end on are reminders to renew Medicare and renew Medicaid, to look into your prescription assistance programs for Ingrezza and Austedo, and to set calendar reminders to renew those. And then also to consult with your local social worker before enrolling in any Medicare Advantage programs or Medicare managed care or Medicaid care organizations that might change your coverage and make you ineligible for services you would have otherwise had. Thank you all so much, and thank you for bearing with me.
I did want to speak from personal experience. Thinking about things to take to like nursing homes and long-term care, a copy of your will. My mom did not do that. I'm the only child, and it was so weirdly just weird trying to get all of her end-of-life stuff. a copy of the will.
And that's a great note too, is putting all those important documents, a medication list.